you really shouldn't fat shame Trump because that's like disrespectful. It's like, shut up. He is a disgusting fascist slug.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's a convicted
Just
criminal.
call him a criminal,
and of all
though.
the times.
Not a felon.
Oh, sure.
Fox News moron Brian Kilmeade said typically moronic Brian Kilmeade things on Fox News and possibly racist things on Fox News. What else is new? Francesca Fiorentini and Emma Vigeland of the Majority Report broke all of this down. We're going to take a look at clips from Fox and Friends, as well as clips from the Majority Report with Francesca Fiorentini and Emma Vigeland. I will share my thoughts from time to time. Let's get into it.
This is easy. Making fun of Brian Kilmeade. I mean, it's good for you.
He's kind of an intellectual.
Yeah. Here he is, the professorial Brian Kilmeade, talking about black voters, black men. Why do they like Trump? He says. There's not a ton of data to back this up, but here he goes. This is his political analysis.
I thought Eddie Griffin said something interesting, and this story is on FoxNews.com. He's relatively an X-rated black, but very black comedian. He's very funny.
Black.
Watch your language here. I know, please. It says the black community, he goes, he offered a humorous argument that Trump has certain credentials the black community likes. He's got 3 baby mamas, 43 felony cases and counting.
Oh, boy.
He's selling high-top tennis shoes like Michael Jordan, and he got shot like Tupac. He goes, I'm voting for him. He goes, I'm going to try. He goes, I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped an album next.
I mean, I don't think the coach, I think he's clearly making a joke. I don't think the community cares much about that. But I do think when they continue, the Democrats have to be very careful. And if you notice, there was a huge surge of saying felon, 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 felon. Well, I thought the Democratic Party was for felons being able to vote and for a second chance. And I think there's this double speak with the Democratic Party that's going to hurt them. We don't care about the shoes and all that type of stuff. We care about the money.
Do you know how many felons there are in this country out and about? 30 million.
Okay. The idea that Kilmeade had the gall to read that with a black guy next to him on the set.
Lawrence, you'll get a kick out of this. I printed out an article from Fox.com.
Does this resonate with you?
Eddie Griffin, you know that guy, Lawrence? You friends with him?
That was a bad point, though, by Lawrence. What's his last name?
Lawrence Jones.
Yeah. By Lawrence Jones, in the sense, I mean, he's making it about it's a right-wing framing, but the Democrats shouldn't emphasize some of that felon stuff because and I don't think they've been saying felon, actually. I think Harris has been more saying that, he's going to be appearing in a courtroom and things like that, because it is true that we have overly incarcerated, we're the top jailer in the world. We've incarcerated so many people for low-level offenses, extremely punitive criminal justice system, and feeding into the framing of, felon, disgusting, isn't helpful. But it also isn't having the effect that he's describing of like, they're all going to come over, they're coming over to the Democratic Party, to the Republican Party. Just you wait and see.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I kind of disagree about the felon thing. Like, obviously,
interesting
abolitionist here, I hate all this language. I hate the carceral system, 2 million people in and out of it. But of all the things, this just sort of reminds me of like, you really shouldn't fat shame Trump because that's like disrespectful. It's like, shut up. He is a disgusting fascist slug.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's a convicted
just
criminal.
Just call him a criminal,
and of all
though.
the times.
Not a felon.
Sure.
Yeah,
criminal versus felon. Yeah.
I kind of think that Emma Vigeland is parsing things here. To me, with the guy talking about how, the Democrats want to give felons a second chance. Yeah, they're talking about people who have been put in prison for minor drug offenses, not a lifelong criminal like Donald Trump. There's a difference.
It's just, to me, I'm like, of all the times to like soft pedal on the crime narrative, it is very funny and fitting that Kamala Harris is like a prosecutor, a black woman, all of the Venn diagram of everything of Trump's kryptonite, really. And that's just like so poetic. It's beautiful. So I'm a little bit like, if anything, go softer on immigration, go softer on Gaza. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, that's where she shined, was the debate where she gets to be a prosecutor to this obvious crook. And like, I like crook and criminal more than felon, but I mean, we're parsing
that's
things.
A good point.
Yeah,
I mean, what I love about this clip, though, let's just be real, that like Ainsley is like, they're all just like, as soon as Lauren starts talking, it makes a good point. She's just like, could you just agree and laugh and let's move on? You blacks are like that. Okay.
Can we stop talking about this, please?
You were here to yes and, not to contradict us.
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed that Brian Kilmeade at one point when he's describing Eddie Griffin, the source material, he's like, he's a black but very black comedian. He almost said black but very funny.
Yeah.
And I noticed that too. That was the very first thing that I noticed there. That was cringy that Brian Kilmeade, the way that he said that there, he had to add in the comedian part to black. And Brian Kilmeade, I mean, how does this guy keep his job? He has to be one of the dumbest people on television. I guess maybe he makes Fox viewers feel smarter about themselves, that they're like, hey, I thought I was dumb, but this guy's on TV and look how stupid he is. Maybe I could be on TV too. I don't know, but Brian Kilmeade is a moron.
He almost was like, he's black, but he's
hey,
he's still funny.
Doesn't make you feel bad, you know?
I know, right? Like if you're watching this before you're teeing off at the golf course, 82-year-old man watching this show. Please, he's one of the good ones. Just like our friend over there who was supposed to not contradict me. God damn it.
Yeah, just laugh.
Just laugh. Be there to laugh at this.
They love that. They love the idea because they know it's a mockery of black people. It is another way to be racist.
Yeah.
So openly racist. And no one's really calling him on that, on Trump on that. Obviously, in part because like Kamala Harris really doesn't want to bring up her own identity.
Yeah.
And not, I mean, again, for the golfers watching on their break. But you could explain how disrespectful this is. This line of, sneakers and felonies is felony.
But the flip side on tactics here is like Hillary made it all about herself in 2016. And I'm with her. I'm this change candidate.
It's her turn.
Yeah. Like, everyone knows she's a woman. People can see. Like, she doesn't need to explain the situation, Kamala Harris is. And the other thing that's kryptonite for Trump is also that Kamala's hot. That's the other thing that's kryptonite for him.
Did you see the Vogue cover?
I didn't see it.
Trump's gonna be like, oh my God.
She is.
Do not show this to me.
She's a hot lady, and I think that also sends him into a bit of a tizzy.
Yeah, a few weeks ago, he was on the radio interview, and he was like, I saw her on the cover of this magazine, and she looked unbelievable. Oh my God, what were we talking about again? What was the question? Yes, he said he looked like his Slovenian wife. His Slovenian wife resembled a black and South Asian woman. He's like, that's how hot I thought she was. I could have sworn.
Oh, that's so funny.
I mean, at least it wasn't the Ivanka switch, because that's how you know you're done for. As soon as he compares you to Ivanka,
right,
run.
I love that line from Francesca Fiorentini. As soon as he compares you to Ivanka, run. And Francesca Fiorentini is absolutely correct with what she said there. They kind of just glossed over it here. But what Fox News loves to do with black commentators is it allows Fox News to say racist things or quasi-racist things because they can say, hey, look, my black friend is here and he agrees with us or she agrees with us. So that makes it okay. That's one of the tactics that Fox News has used for a long, long time to say racist things like this. But like I said, Brian Kilmeade, I mean, what an idiot this guy is. Fox and Friends has to be one of the worst things on television. But what do you think? Do you agree with Francesca Fiorentini and Emma Vigeland here about this somewhat racist segment on Fox and Friends? And also the idea that Kamala Harris is kryptonite for Donald Trump because he's a misogynist and he gets weak around attractive women and strong women he doesn't like. So she has all the elements that send Donald Trump over the edge. And I just think it's going to be, if Kamala Harris is able to beat him, it's going to be hilarious that Donald Trump ran for president because he felt like he was insulted by a black man in Barack Obama when Barack Obama made fun of him. And that was what really got Donald Trump to run for president, and for him to lose to a black woman that he says isn't black, or that he doesn't understand that she's black, but for him to lose to a black woman is just going to destroy Donald Trump. And it's going to be delicious to see if it happens. But let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this, about Francesca Fiorentini, Emma Vigeland, Fox and Friends, Brian Kilmeade, Fox having black hosts so that they can say racist things and get away with it, I guess. Make sure to leave me a comment. Make sure to give me a like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. The channel's growing really quickly, but I want it to grow even more so I can bring out more content. And your likes and subscribes help me to do that. This is Chris on Culture. I will see you in the next video.